So it turns out the girls were packing 10 kilos of cocaine. Griselda and Arturo are eyeing a cool $250,000 off of that. Arturo tells Griselda to be careful though. Fernando is lurking and he has Dario looking for her. Speaking of Dario, he's deep in the streets checking out leads at Emilio's joint. Emilio ain't dropping no gems, but Dario works his charm on some girls who knew Griselda way back when. A little cash talk and one spills the beans. A crew of ladies dip to Miami to link up with Griselda.
That lady's a hater.
Straight up.
That was uncalled for.
It's crazy how fast he found the only chick in that entire place who didn't like Griselda.
Yeah.
Like the first door he walked through was like, these are the people.
Yeah.
I wonder what people's loyalty to Griselda is like here. Like there's respect, at least to some degree. The other girl who doesn't roll on Griselda, she talks about how Griselda was able to hustle something, counterfeit.
Yeah, she learned how to counterfeit, I believe.
And was able to hustle her way out of the brothel and kind of start to make a living for herself in the streets. You know, that's kind of what reveals that.
Mm-hmm. That in and of itself, that could be a reason to respect her. That's a reason to get some haters.
Yeah.
That's some. You think you too good for this shit?
So there's probably more than just this lady.
She's probably got a few
like
haters in there. She worked and figured some shit out. Well, she ain't gonna sell ass anymore. Are you too good for this? You're gonna counterfeit now, huh?
You think you're better than me?
Oh, now you're married to a smuggler, huh?
Haters. But that does kind of reveal that Alberto was certainly a scrub in the situation because for Griselda to be able to get out and do that, and then in the first episode during the flashback where she kills Alberto, he says like,
"Socios, tuviste una puta buena idea. De resto solo fuiste decorado para los simios con los que lidiaba."
There's no way she just had one good idea, Alberto. This wasn't your fault. And then you're the one screwing up, making mistakes, losing shipments, and now I got to pay the price. Like, nah, bro. Like, you're starting to piss me off now.
Yeah, I agree.
$250,000. She's looking at $250,000 just off of what the girls were able to smuggle in that one trip. She's got to do that a few more times, and then she can stop.
Yeah.
But
that's the end goal, right?
I don't know what Griselda's end goal is.
I don't think she has one. I don't think any of because it's a lot about what the other Narcos and stuff too. When you watch like Narcos and stuff like that, none of them have end games. There is no end game. The end game is like death. Like this is the family business. This is what we do. It'd be like, what's the Corleone's end game?
To get out.
Is it?
It is. That's what that's the whole thing is like. Vito was trying to set the family up to go legit, and that's the whole thing behind buying the casinos.
Yeah, you're right about that. The casinos aren't specifically for laundering money.
No, they help them clean their finances at first, but then they're supposed to be making money just off the casino, so they don't have to worry about the cops. But in this situation, it's like kind of the same way that I feel about Scarface. In fact, there are a lot of parallels between this show and Scarface.
Pablo Escobar was a similar case.
Where I'll probably be bringing that up a whole bunch.
Blood, you probably could have got out. You probably could have escaped.
Could have been got out.
Probably could have escaped.
But like when your organization gets so big that you're starting to draw the attention of some major law enforcement, there's no kind of like getting out the game anymore, because what, you go legit and then get arrested? Like, you're always gonna have the police after you or rivals after you. Like, how do you get out the game with such a high profile?
I think in the sense of like Griselda and Pablo Escobar too, it's like once they got powerful enough where like the police couldn't touch them, there was no getting out of the game. It's too late.
It's too late.
To keep the police from touching you, you have to stay in the game.
Because how are you going to pay your army of security now? How are you going to maintain this huge like commune that you've built?
I think Pablo Escobar's plan was to run for public office, and he almost succeeded. He fucked himself because he had a arrest. It's actually a really famous picture of him. It's a big smile. It's a fucking mugshot.
Mm-hmm.
But he almost did it. He almost found his loophole.
That sounds terrifying.
He almost did it.